What's up, everyone? I got like intermittent signal out here, but it looks like I got 2 bars right now. Um, as the thing says, I microdose and I cycle, and I talk about the benefits of doing so. 400 milligrams of Amanita. Yesterday, I don't know if I felt it or not, but I definitely got. I slept well afterward, and I'm trying to discover like what the truth is about them. Where you reach the threshold of like being able to function and truly feel like the effect of the Amanita in particular. Um, So 400 milligrams is pretty low for what everybody typically says. Usually you need like a higher dose, according to word on the street, word on the YouTube. And so I'm probably pretty far away from like any kind of like experience experience on the Amanita. But I'm out riding my bike anyway, so it's not necessarily like I want to be like experiencing something super heavy for the first time out on a bike in case it does act up on me. But so far so good. I mean, I feel great. It's just a absolutely amazing day out here today. Um, yeah, I don't know what you guys think about chemtrails or whatever, but those are definitely the shade is definitely provided by jet exhaust, whatever they exhaust, and it just spreads out over the whole sky. And if you don't, I mean, there's tons of like time lapse where you can see that's happening. It's just kind of crazy that people don't ever talk about that, like in the talk of global warming or anything, because like you think like it creates shade, but it also keeps heat in. So I'm not really sure exactly the purpose of all of it and why nobody really speaks about it much. But I mean, this is covering, that's not car exhaust, that's not coal plant exhaust, that's like strictly the exhaust, whatever exhaust is coming out of an airplane that causes these vast hundreds of miles of clouds. But anyway, um, beautiful day. I don't know, this might be the best bike path, one of the top 10 bike paths in America. I don't know. You can go top to bottom, no brakes, and it's just like an amazing view of the Monterey Bay. But as far as cycling, man, I feel phenomenal again. Like I'm gonna go home with a ton more energy. Like one of these days, I'm just gonna come out here and just ride all day. Like I want to see if I can get 28,000 feet in one day, in 24 hours, which is Everesting. Out here, this is probably the place that you could do it. Unfortunately, I'm pretty far out of shape, but maybe by into spring or early summer, maybe I'll have worked myself into a good enough shape to be able to try something like that. But I don't think back to like just like what I feel like the effect of the mushrooms are. Like I don't know if like I'm taking like a large enough dose for it to like get into my blood and like coagulate my blood or like raise my blood oxygen or do anything with like the the byproduct of expending energy, coming out of your muscles or whatever. Um, I don't know if it really has anything to do with that. Maybe in like higher doses, and like I definitely feel like you can do higher doses, and I will try to do more higher doses. I'm just trying to get a baseline of like something that I can go on and prove that for at least a month, like you can do this and not have any kind of crazy side effects. You don't build up tolerances. Like I don't feel like the tolerance in microdose. I don't feel like that makes it. I'm kind of disproving that at least for me. I don't feel like my tolerance is going up or anything. Like this is a shitty way to compare this to, but I did definitely smoke cigarettes a long time ago, and like it's just like if I were to have a cigarette right now, like I'd feel like crap. Like there is like a little bit of the rush of anxiety, like when it just comes on, like even with the microdose, there is like that slight rush of anxiety, but I'd never have that anxiety when I have something to do. Like it's only when I've microdosed and my plans fell apart or something, and like I'm kind of just like, well, shit, what am I gonna do now? Kind of thing. And then I'll feel like maybe a little bit more anxiety than I would have typically felt. And I'm totally anti-anxiety. Like I do everything in life to avoid anxiety because I'm anti-anxiety. But So when you got something to do, especially like an activity, and I don't think it has to be like anything cardiovascular, it could be like drawing or painting or reading or just whatever you're doing, um, you definitely don't feel that rush of anxiety. And like honestly, if you're truly microdosing, like truly microdosing is that you don't feel anything. Like it's subperceptual and you really don't even feel anything. And that is a really low dose for me. Like that's like a point 0.08 or a point 0.05 where I'm doing, that's like 80 milligrams or something, whatever the math is. That's why I hate measuring stuff. But I'm doing like 250 milligrams of Golden Teacher, Hawaiians, and Penis Envy in general, um, and B plus, B positive, and the Amanita. So like all sub-perceptual stuff, like anything like a point 0.08, 80 milligrams, like that's like nothing. Like you wouldn't even feel anything. So it, I feel like you could benefit from that. I've definitely done that. At first, when I first started microdosing, probably about a year ago, that's definitely what I was doing. And you didn't feel anything, and you did feel better. And because I've done my macro doses, like bigger doses, like I've tripped and everything, and done bigger journeys, I knew for sure something was happening. Like there is no doubt that something's happening in your body because the mushroom experience is undoubtable. Like if you take any other prescription drug or anything and you're not really sure of the effect, like a mushroom experience is um, perfectly clear to you. There's something going on, and so kind of jumping around a little bit around here, but as far as like the performance isn't unlocking something in you physically. It's the performance of your brain, and it's if you're a cyclist, like you've cried before, because like going up hills, like if you can't go up the hill, you can't go up the hill. And if you're riding in a group and you get dropped in your group, it is the worst feeling in the world. Or when somebody two riders up from you quits and you got to jump the gap, like there's no pain like as far as like having to do an effort that I've ever felt in any other sport, where like it's just all or nothing. Sometimes it can be all or nothing several times throughout a ride. Just depends on how competitive the group is that you're riding with. And so like just all out efforts and wanting to cry. So mentally, and like the whole point of it, the whole point everybody does in cycling is how to keep just like chiseling away at the will of your competitor, even if it's a friend, whoever you're riding with. How can you beat them to death? Like when it's your turn on front, like you push everybody to the limits. Like how can you push? How can you break everybody's will down? I don't know, like freaking. So like your happiness, like just how your well-being, like your state of mind is so important in exercise. It's so important. Like it's it's almost everything. Like that and water, like that and being hydrated are like everything. Everything stems that's the foundation. Is your state of mind, like your well-being and water. It's like and rest maybe. And everything is built off of that. So what the mushrooms do, it's like it like unlocks your mind. Like it like doesn't unlock it. It allows it to work more. Like if they say your brain works like 10%, like a 10% capacity, mushrooms is working like 60% capacity, or whatever percent of capacity. It allows you to manage, it allows you to compartmentalize, it allows you to handle emotion, it allows you to operate, it allows you to breathe, it allows you to relax, it allows you to push harder. Like it's just really incredible. It works with whatever you need it to do, rather than how I've compared it with caffeine. Caffeine is just like speed. It's just like go, go, go time. and like you can't fluctuate it, and it doesn't work with you. It just has a mind of its own. But I'm gonna finish off my little meditation here. I got some people walking up, and I'm still too embarrassed to like be doing these in front of people. But thanks y'all for tuning in. Got another one coming. Check out my Instagram. Check out my YouTube channel. Peace out.